guys, welcome to the first episode of the Leanne and Chris Wrestling Podcast. I'm Leanne, and this is...
I'm Chris, I'm her father.
And we're going to review this past week's Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and last night's Saturday Night's main event. We got 1 week until the Royal Rumble.
Which is so exciting, right? Coming into WrestleMania season.
Yep, it's going to be so much fun.
This is when wrestling really kicks it up a notch, right?
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
Okay, let's start off with Monday Night Raw. Basically, our top stories coming in for Monday Night Raw is, first off, Natalya turned on Maxine Dupree.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you, it was really interesting because as we were talking about it, we were watching the match, and you mentioned Natalya might turn heel here, and I thought, that's really a good thought, Leanne, because, you know, Natalya had been working with Maxine Dupree off camera and training her. And so a lot of times when you have a young up-and-comer working with a veteran, they'll put them in a program together. So I thought that might be a potential outcome for the match.
And also, Natalya wasn't there during Maxine's title win, the last match that she had a title shot against Becky Lynch. Then why was she here this time?
Yeah, it's exactly. So it's almost like she's out there for something to happen, and you made the correct call that it was going to be a heel turn by Natalya.
Yep, but why do you think Natalya turned heel?
To set up a program so they could work together going into Royal Rumble and then potentially even into WrestleMania.
To have like Maxine Dupree's first WrestleMania, isn't that right?
That could be correct, yeah.
Okay, next up, Javon Evans. Did he get hurt or something? Because I heard that maybe he had did a little something, but I don't know if he got injured.
Oh, this is where he got hurt outside the ring, correct? And they had to stop the match?
Yeah, I think he maybe got hurt or something, but I heard something that he may not have. I don't know.
Well, maybe he got hurt, but it wasn't maybe he got lucky and it wasn't as bad as they thought.
Okay.
I don't know. But we'll have to wait and find out and get more medical reports.
Guess we'll find out next Monday. Next up, Finn Balor finally brought back his old theme song.
Absolutely. I think that's great. I think that's a much better look for Finn Balor. That's a much better theme song, much better show, much better entrance. I think the only thing he has that's better is the demon personality. So maybe we will get that back eventually. And I think that if he's going to make a title run, I think as the demon is the best way to do it because ultimately that's how he won the title the first time.
Yeah, but that was sick. But it was also sad that he did win the real title from CM Punk.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think Punk's they're going to keep the belt on Punk, I think, for a little bit. And I think we talked about this, too. It's important that right now with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, they have a baby and a heel champion going into WrestleMania. So we don't know who's going to win the Rumble, right?
Yeah.
So
You're saying Roman Reigns, but I'm thinking Braun Breaker because Braun Breaker and CM Punk kind of have not ended their feud yet.
That's true. And I think it'll be interesting, because really, just because Drew McIntyre and CM Punk are the champs now, doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be the champ going into WrestleMania. So it's going to be interesting to see who they put on the card. And ultimately, I think it's going to come down to who's going to draw the most money for WrestleMania. And we'll have to see who they think that's going to be.
Next up. So, who do you think Adam Pearce was on the phone with? Because he got Paul Heyman handed him a phone and said, you should answer that.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think it could be on the phone who talked to Adam?
That's interesting. Now, that's a great question. Could we be talking about a Chris Jericho thing?
Jericho would be so sick.
Mm-hmm.
But then...
Do we know if he renewed with AEW or not?
Only we're still on the AEW active roster still.
Mm-hmm.
And usually if someone doesn't renew their contract, they immediately... like they did it with Hobbs because Powerhouse Hobbs left AEW.
Boy, what a big get for WWE would be for Hobbs. He's good.
I've been hearing maybe he can turn up at the Rumble.
Maybe it was him on the phone.
Powerhouse Hobbs?
Yeah.
He didn't sign with WWE until Thursday or Wednesday.
That mean they can't write him in the storyline. But he would be a great addition to that group.
That would, but then, like there would be like 5 to 6 people in that group because you got Logan Paul in that group, you got Austin Theory, you got Bronson Reed, you got Braun Breaker. Then I like Powerhouse Hobbs. That's 5 people.
It's a big faction.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right. What's next on the card?
Next is when Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez, they won the number 1 contenders thing, and they faced Rio at Saturday night's main event. We will talk about that Saturday night's main event a little later in the show. But what do you think? Why do you think they initially won that contenders match?
I think it was just setting up a good match for Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a pretty good match, and really, you know, not really sure who was going to win it. I mean, either one of those teams could win and get a good push going into Royal Rumble and into Mania season.
Yep. Okay, I think that's all for now.
Okay.
So now we're jumping over to Friday Night SmackDown.
And for full disclosure, I did not see SmackDown this week, so Leanne's going to have to carry me through this segment a little bit, but I'll be happy to throw in any opinions.
Yep, I was watching it live. He did not have a chance to watch it before the recording.
That's right.
So I'll be helping him a little bit.
So what happened? What we got? Catch me up.
Okay, for the opener, it was Sami Zayn came out because they were like in Sami Zayn's hometown, Montreal,
Yep.
Canada.
Probably a big pop, I would imagine.
Yep, big pop.
Okay.
He was like saying that he should win it, but then Trick Williams came out.
Oh, so we're setting up the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, Fatal 4-Way.
Okay.
They already set it up because last week they had all like the matches to qualify.
Sure. So they were building.
Yep, they were building towards it. And then Damian Priest came out. And also in the main event of SmackDown, it was Damian Priest versus Trick Williams, by the way.
Okay.
So basically, they came out.
So got a good main event match for SmackDown out of this too. Okay.
So then
out of 2 guys didn't even go on to win. Neither one of them won. So maybe building a feud there as well.
Yep. We'll talk about that match later on.
Okay.
But here's what happened. Basically, Trick Williams is acting like the heel in the storyline. Sammy and Trick have kind of been butting heads like the past couple of weeks. Which, like, at the end of this segment, it kind of turned into a little bit of a standoff.
Okay.
And then once we came back on the air, we saw Randy Orton watching the segment, and he did not come out there like during the standoff because he's like a veteran, and he went out to go. He stayed in the back, and he talked to the interviewer, saying like he won't come out unless it benefits him.
Sure, very Randy Orton like, right?
Yep, he's like, hold up, how long has he been in WWE for?
Long time.
Oh, geez, that's a
Probably since the early 2000s.
Oh, geez, that's like ruthless aggression.
Absolutely, yeah. Probably. I think him and John Cena might have been in Ohio Valley Wrestling around the same time.
That's sick.
Yeah. So there was a whole group. Brock Lesnar was in with them. There was a whole big group. I think Shelton Benjamin was in with them. So a lot of guys together in developmental and OVA before the days of NXT.
Okay. So, next segment is the Fatu versus Cody Rhodes heated segment.
Okay.
Since you didn't see, I'll give you like a huge recap. Michael Cole was giving a backstage interview with Cody Rhodes. This was also pre-recorded. But then Fatu comes, and it looks like they're about to fight, but then Cody just says, sit and let's talk. So basically, like, they had a heated promo at each other.
I think I saw this on social media somewhere where, Fatu was accusing him of butting his head in and this kind of thing. So, again, just setting up the match for Saturday Night main event.
Yep, there was a bunch of build for Saturday Night's main event.
Yep.
So, one thing that I noticed in that promo, which I'll bring up again later, is that Cody, I don't know why, I have a gut feeling Cody's turning heel by the end of this year. I don't know why, but I think he's turning heel because, like, ever since he lost the championship, he's been kind of acting a little heelish, if you know what I mean.
Really? Well, that could happen. I mean, I was just watching the Netflix documentary, Season 1, Episode 1. What's it called?
Unreal.
And he said to Triple H, we'll keep this white meat babyface thing going as long as we can. So maybe they feel like they've reached the end of the road with that for now, and maybe setting up the turn. So it'd be very interesting to see how Cody's positioned in the next few weeks. If he's positioned where He's got to make a decision how he wants to respond to something, what he has to do. If they start to tease that, you could see a turn in a big event like a Royal Rumble or a WrestleMania.
Yep. Okay, so my next thing is, what do you think will happen with Fatu now, like after this promo? Because it seems like that they're kind of trying to turn Fatu heel, but like the crowd refuses to boo him a little bit.
Yeah, I think this is going to carry on for a little bit. And this is a way to kind of maybe even remove Cody from the championship picture through WrestleMania season. I think that they'll just be in the Rumble match together, and quite frankly, they'll probably eliminate each other somehow.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, they'll eliminate each other somehow. And then would they put them together in an Elimination Chamber? Will they both be in the Elimination Chamber match? Will there be a blow-off at WrestleMania? So are they setting up a full program with these two guys? Maybe, because, Cody's obviously been the top guy, and Jacob is looking to take that step to become the top guy, and putting him in a program with Cody would be an excellent way to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, speaking of the championship scene, I heard something like maybe plans for WrestleMania is either a Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes match, or a Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu in a triple threat match for the title. I heard a couple of rumors about that. I want your thoughts on that.
I think that'd be a great match. I think the triple threat would be the best way to go with that, because, number one, if you want to keep the belt on Drew, him having to overcome both of those opponents is a way to make him even a little bit more solid. I think having Fatu and Cody together. I mean, obviously Fatu and Cody, that almost also might give Drew as a heel an upper hand, because they already kind of have a rivalry together. I think Cody, it would give him two people to have to overcome, looking at it from his perspective. So I think that the triple threat, and it's a way to get three really good guys in a top-notch match, maybe the type of match that might close night one of WrestleMania, something like that. So it'd be a good program, yeah.
I just realized if they night one main event, it would be the first time in I'd say 5 to 6 years the world title was on night two, because Roman's been because usually it's night two is
right.
The world title. Night one's the World Heavyweight Championship.
Might be CM Punk's time to main event night two.
Yeah. And if the triple threat works like it did last year, because the triple threat was way better than Cena vs. Cody last year.
It was good. It was a very good match.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, up next. Well, speaking of Drew, he had a promo talking about all the people who are in the Fatal 4-Way. What he did was first he came out to a mixed reaction, but then Drew mentioned their hockey team not winning the cup the past 20 years or so.
Classic heel move. Yeah.
Making fun of the team.
Right, yeah. Classic heel move, yep. Way to get some good heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he started targeting Sammy a little bit, because he was mentioning how Sammy isn't championship material, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that reminds me a lot of Daniel Bryan when WrestleMania 30.
Oh yeah.
When they called him the B+, he's a B+ player. He's good. He's a B+ player. And then eventually Daniel was able to overcome and win the world championship in a huge way. So maybe that's what they're setting up for Sami Zayn. Is kind of that same thing. You're a B+ player. You're good, but So
weren't you saying something about that last night?
I was. I would agree. I agree that he is a B+ player. But I think that's ultimately making that a little bit real